It's been revealed all 29 miners in the New Zealand mine explosion are dead. Yvette Gray is in Greymouth, where the miners' families have just been told.
Look, what I can tell you is word is coming through that there's been a second blast at the Pike River Coal Mine, and there's no hope of finding any survivors. Now, I'm standing outside the local council offices here, where the family have just been told this terrible news. And what I can see are family members inconsolable. They're in tears. They're hugging each other. They're walking out. There's a large media contingent outside. The press conference was due to start in about 10 minutes, but all the media have run out of there, and we're all here, obviously waiting for any further news. But, it seems to be a very tragic situation.
Police Superintendent Gary Knowles says the second explosion happened a short time ago.
It was extremely severe, and based on the expert evidence that I've been given and the men who were present, based on the rescue teams who are with me, it is our belief that no one has survived and everyone will have perished. This is one of the most tragic things I've had to do as a police officer. Thank you very much.
First off, they told us they were mobilising rescue. People thought it was for something else, clapped, and then they told us to hush down. Then the next minute he broke down himself, Peter, and I hate his job. I really take my hat off to that guy. And he said that there's been a massive second explosion at about 2:32 or whatever this afternoon, worse than the first one. They don't expect anyone to be alive. I would say this time they know the gases have been burnt and gone, so they're going to go down. But the exact same thing happened Friday night. They should have done it then. We still don't understand what the police handle this when in other countries, and even in the Strongman disaster, the police were told to keep well back out of the way because they're public control, crowd control, other damages on other important issues which we understand, but they are not mines people, and they are not. Every time we ask questions, they had to say, well, we'll have to ask someone else and then we'll answer next meeting. That's unacceptable in today's world.
That is the father of one of the miners who's been... It's, of course, the enormity of what has happened is just starting to sink in. So Yvette Gray is online from 3AW Newsroom. Yvette, what's the situation from your perspective now?
Sure, Dennis. Well, look, I just spoke with the local mayor, Trini Cockshon, and he did confirm that the second blast was much larger than that first blast, and there's believed to be no survivors at all. He said that the news was broken just after the meeting with the mine management and the families. The regular update got underway, and apparently people just fell to the ground sobbing, as you imagine, absolutely distraught by this. There was a lot of anger towards the police, and some family actually lashed out at the media as they were walking outside. So a press conference is going to get underway in the next 10 minutes, but it's just a terrible atmosphere at the moment. There's just tears, people consoling each other, and, this is just the news that they didn't want to hear. So the one thing the mayor did say is that, ironically, they're sending in rescue crews now following that second explosion, and obviously that's where a lot of the relatives' anger lies, with the fact that for days and days and days that they didn't send in any rescue crews.
We've just heard on Sky News, thank you to Sky News, but we've just heard one of the fathers saying, that he's been surprised that the police were at the forefront of their operation rather than people with a lot more expertise in the area. But he is in deep shock, and but that thread is coming through a little bit, though, isn't it?
It is. The mayor just said this is the darkest hour in the area here. He was in tears himself trying to relay the news, and the fact that there were these rescuers that were all willing to risk their lives to go in, and it just never eventuated because the police, obviously felt that the environment was too unstable. That's where a lot of the family's anger has become directed towards the police and their decision. And as the mayor said, he finds it very ironic that following the second blast, which is much larger than the first, they're actually sending in search and rescue crews now to try and find the bodies.
All right, Yvette, thank you. Difficult time for you to be there, but you've done a terrific job, and we'll hear more from you perhaps after that press conference. 3:12, Yvette Gray from 3AW News on the spot there in New Zealand.